Welcome back, fellow ghouls and gamers. I am NightmareFan65, and today we're pretty much going back into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and experiencing the other half of Booster Pack 1 for the new wave of downloadable tracks for the entire game. So, in this video, we're going to be going over the second half of Booster Pack 1, which will be the second cup, and I'll go into that in a minute, so yeah. Without further ado, let's get on with the show. Let's continue the show. Okay, so in part 1, we took care of the Golden Dash Cup, and as you can see here, I've got a lot of cleanup to do after this. So yeah, I'm gonna have to finish these off camera, and I don't care, honestly, as long as it gets done. You know? And that's basically what we're gonna end up doing anyway. So with that said, let's go ahead and pick our driver for the next course. Well, the next cup, I should say. So I had a little bit of a thought. Since Isabelle worked the first time, I might as well kick it up a notch a little bit, and I feel like I'm gonna go with probably one of my favorite boys in this this entire game, I guess. I could go for a heavy, I could go for a light, I could go for something in between, but I decided Iggy's gonna take the next course and all that. So he's gonna take on the next cup. So let's go ahead, pick his stuff, and then get right into the action. Okay, so here we are again. This time, now that we've finished the Golden Dash Cup, as I said before, I got a lot of cleanup to do. I'm looking at you, Choco Mountain. We're gonna go off to the second half of Booster Pack 1, which is the Lucky Cat Cup. This time, we've got some different tracks to play with. Starting again with Mario Kart Tour, with Tokyo Blur at the first track. The first track of this cup. I don't know. That's followed up by probably one of my favorite tracks of all time throughout the entire Mario Kart series, hailing from the Flower Cup in the DS, originally from the Flower Cup in the DS, Shroom Ridge. I love this track and I can't wait to actually play it. And then that's followed up by probably one of my favorite GBA courses, Sky Garden. But seeing as though that I've seen some pictures and all that kind of stuff from Twitter and Instagram, I think Instagram, mostly Twitter, I guess. I don't know. I'm a little worried, but at the same time, I can't wait to actually see what they came up with, I guess. And that's followed up by, and even though they don't have it listed here, the final course of this cup comes from Mario Kart Tour Ninja Hideaway. I remember this all too well. I remember that course all too well. I'll go into the explanation for that course when we get to it. But for now, let's go ahead and just start the whole caboodle. Okay, so first up, from Mario Kart Tour, we have Tokyo Blur. Okay, so this is, believe it or not, Tokyo Blur is actually one of my favorite real-world location tracks from this game, from its respective game overall. I know it's a little weird to hear me say that this is one of my favorite courses. Well, next to the Vancouver course, but if they decide to put that in this game, I'll probably go over that as well. But this actually looks and feels much better than Paris Promenade, but I feel like the color's a little more, I'd say vibrant, because of the fact that even though it's running off of like the similar engine, everything's running off of the similar engine or whatever, it just kind of feels a little flat to me, but the textures for this game actually do kind of serve a little justice, I guess. I don't know. But all I know is that I gotta get up into the top one, I should say. I'm a kind of a stickler for these kind of first place victories and all that. I need to get ahead of Ludwig up there. So overall, the track feels really nice. And as you saw, the arrows were pointing us in a different direction. Oh, I better get out of the way of that. I knew that was going to happen. Rip Ludwig. Okay, so it looks like we're going down this way next. Gonna lay that down, put this down. Why do I feel like it's much slower this time? Why do I feel like this course is so slow and tedious to get through? And I know I'm not playing on 200, which is how everybody would have done it, but I wanted to do it mostly as like a tour kind of thing. Hence the reason why Mario Kart Tour even is a thing. And just like that, we're done. Well, at least for this course, or whatever, with this course. So I mentioned in the last part, in part 1, I'm going to be rating each of these based on their designs, their impressions, and would I play them again. So the designs look much better than what was offered in Tour. So the pavement looks really nice. The Rainbow Bridge actually caught me off guard. That looked really, really nice, seeing it for myself. And yeah, I feel like the overall playability of this course, especially with how it's kind of doing like a Need for Speed kind of vibe with the arrows pointing you in every which direction to go, like telling you where to go, telling you which way you need to go and get off on this underpass, this overpass, all that kind of stuff. It works very well for tracks like these. The only downside is that I feel like part of this game's charm, which is the anti-gravity section, the anti-gravity mechanic, kind of gets lost here. And I'm going to explain a little more towards the end of this video. But yeah, I feel like this course could have definitely used a little bit of the anti-gravity section, the anti-gravity treatment in a way. The overall impression, the lasting impression, I could see this as like what I mentioned in part 1 as either an alternative for Paris Promenade or what was it? Either Choco Mountain or Coconut Mall. Either one of those two. Either one of those three, but Paris Promenade and Tokyo Blur are definitely going to be played the most. Maybe even the least as well. It really depends on how people look at these tracks and how they play them based on, you know, their real game counterparts. Their past game counterparts, I should say. Even that statement doesn't feel right, but, you know, I feel like it makes sense because of the fact that here it is in all of its glory. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. Would I play Tokyo Blur again? Yeah, actually, this was really, really fun. I wasn't expecting, like, the overall, like, how slow it was at times, but I feel like if you were to play it on, like, a different difficulty, maybe even a different speed, like 200, it would definitely feel much faster. So, overall, I would rate this probably a 7 out of 10. Because of the fact that it looks nice, the colors are a little flat, but at the same time, they look pretty detailed at the same time. The background, the skybox looks really nice. And the only deal breaker for this track is how slow it feels getting through the entire course. But overall, if you're playing on different speeds, like 200 or something, you're gonna have a better time with this track. So with that said, let's head off to the next course for the Lucky Cat Cup. All right, so here we are at track number 2 from the DS, Shroom Ridge. I'm actually very surprised to see this. I've always wanted this course in Mario Kart 8 or even in a future Mario Kart installment. And to see this here, it's a bit surreal. And already from, like, the get-go, right from the start, it looks, feels, and plays really nice. That tight gameplay is exactly why I love this course. Especially in the DS, where anything could happen if you hit a truck, hit a car, or something like that, you know? That's why I like this course. I love the overall challenge ending. I didn't even see either of those princesses come in. I didn't even see them at all. They must have taken the shortcut back there, but if we ever take the shortcut, which I highly doubt is gonna happen, then I'm gonna have to take full responsibility of, like, ground control or something like that. But, you know, I love this track. The way that it looks feels really, really nice. I love the texturing on the walls, on, like, you know, the ravine, all that. Even though some of the textures, everything else on this track feels a bit flat at times, the overall presentation kind of looks like something straight out of Super Mario Odyssey. Like, you know, I would say Mount Volcano or something. I would almost say that this looks eerily similar to that art style for Super Mario Odyssey. That it even feels like it should be like a secret map in that game. But, you know, that's just me. That's how I see this track. So, yeah. I'm doing my best right now to avoid practically everything on the course. But oh, no, please don't. Even though I'm far away, please don't. Well, knew that was gonna happen. But at least we have a better, you know, standpoint right now. As long as we don't get hit by anything else, we should be fine. And just like that, that was Shroom Ridge. I loved that course. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but that was probably the best course out of this entire pack. Say what you want about, like, the textures, the colors, the saturation, all that kind of stuff, how quote unquote flat everything looks. But this track right here is exactly the reason why I feel like this could have worked in a different game, but it works so much better here. And it's surreal to even say that. So, final thoughts for this track. The overall design, it kind of is reminiscent of, like, all those different designs from Super Mario Odyssey. The whole time I felt like I was in a different kingdom racing as, like, you know, Mario, or even somebody other than Mario racing for a power moon or something like that. I could actually see this if they decide to do, like, you know, a follow-up to Super Mario Odyssey. I could see something like this in that game. Or even a similar title or something like that, where it could be open world. This could be, like, you know, something like if they decide to do something like Indianapolis 500 or something like that. And, yeah, it's basically that. The lasting impact, I feel like some people are going to be torn by this track. Some people are going to really like it. Others are really going to hate it. And I know who you guys are. I won't give any names, but I know exactly who might not like this course as much as I do. Who might not love this course as much as I do. So, yeah, would I play this game again? Oh, hell yeah, I would definitely play this game again. I cannot believe I am saying this, but the final verdict comes down to the fact that it's exactly as I remember it from the DS version, if not tighter in response and control. So, it's very weird for me to say this, But Shroom Ridge gets a perfect 10 out of 10. It's like A+ material. I don't see why people are being like, you know, oh, I don't like this, oh, I don't like that, but give this track some time. Whether you like it or hate it, it's gonna be a favorite online. It's gonna be a very common track online, I have a feeling. So, yeah, 10 out of 10. Perfect. Would play this track as many times as possible. At least until the second DLC pack comes out. Then we'll see. All right, let's get on to the third course. Next up, at track number 3, we have the Gba Course Sky Garden. One of my personal favorites from the game. And if you recall from my SRB2 Kart video, my first one, I actually played this as like, I don't know, track 7 or 8 or something. But this was actually a favorite, and judging from and here's basically the first problem I have with this course, the overall design of the course. That is not the original track design, and I can see why a lot of people are a little pissed about it. But honestly, it feels nice. The texturing looks amazing on the overall pavement and all that. It actually looks like I'm driving down a brick road. It looks nice, and I love the addition of having this glider section. At least they know what to do. At least Nintendo's knowing what to do as far as like gameplay mechanics that work. That actually fit the course in question, I should say. But overall, it just comes down to like the track design as far as like, you know, that's not the original course. This is. But I will give a plus for this. The music is amazing. It actually feels like playing it like how you would the first time playing, oh, I don't know, I would say something like Cheeseland or Mario Circuit. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to decide as far as like how you feel about the design of this course. I already know how you guys are gonna feel about it, but yeah. The other thing is that, Fightman, if you're watching any of these two parts, and I'm probably guessing, I might have forgotten to say this, but if I ever get my issues fixed as far as like playing with like friends or something, I would love to do a video and hear like your take on this whole experience with the first two tracks of this entire booster pack, I'd say. But yeah, enough about that. That was Sky Garden. I don't know what the hell that even was, but I've got a lot to talk about this course right here. So I'll give you the shortened version because I don't want to delay this video any further. So the design of this course is a big red flag here. It's the only negative aspect of this entire course. This is not this. You see something wrong with this picture? The track design for this game does not reflect the old design of the GBA. Even SRB2 Kart got it right. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Sonic Roboblast 2 Kart actually was accurate to the original gameplay, and it actually presented an even bigger challenge than whatever Mario Kart 8 was trying to do. But overall, it actually felt really nice. The design of the track, however, not from the top down, but from the actual like player view, looks amazing. I would say on par with Cloud Top Cruise. There are a few glaring oversights, but there are so many to list. There are so many to list here. I won't even go into them. And that's because of the fact that there aren't any that I could find, other than the fact that the course itself, the brick pavement, that looks so nice. It actually feels like you're going down a garden path. The cloud texturing looks like, if you can see it, the clouds are actually moving. I don't know if it's like a layering trick or something, but it's like it's kind of like a particle effect. I don't know. I really don't know, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm droning on, but it feels nice. The atmosphere looks really nice. The addition of that glider section was really nice. It's just the track design doesn't reflect the original in any way. The impact, the general impact, the impression that people are going to get from this track, hands down, it is going to be a favorite, but I can see a lot of people who are going to be bitching and complaining about the overall track design, and that they're going to be on the same page as me, that the track design doesn't do any justice than the original. Going back to what I said about Sonic Robo Blast 2 Kart. I know I'm kind of, you know, plugging that or whatever, but I feel like it's something that has to be said. Would I play this course again? Despite the fact that the course doesn't resemble its original counterpart? Yeah, definitely. This is already on a good track right now. It's already looking really good so far, so it's in a good place right now. But that's up for the last track to decide. So, Sky Garden, I'm gonna give you a 6.5 out of 10. The reason why this is because of your track design. From the top view, not street level. Had they worked a little longer, and I can see why this was, I can see why the design choice was like this. It's because it was featured in Mario Kart Tour. And I can see why they had to cut corners with this track. I get it, but at the same time, I really don't think those corners, cutting those metaphorical corners, was necessary. So, yeah, that's the final verdict for this track. Okay, so with that out of the way, it's time to get on with the final track of this entire pack. And that is, hailing from Mario Kart Tour, Ninja Hideaway. Okay, so there's a lot that I need to talk about with this course in particular. This track, in its original format, in its original game, is so difficult. I don't get why it had to be 90-degree angles, almost 90-degree angles, 95-degree angles, almost every single direction. I don't get why it had to be like that. But I feel like in Mario Kart Tour, it didn't work. But here, I feel like it does. I did not realize you're not supposed to hit those. Okay,
Put this.
yeah, I'm already having problems here. This track, the aggression, I'm telling you right now. Oh man, I'm already having like flashbacks of this game. This is not feeling good at all to me right now. This is not feeling natural at all to me. I didn't care for the way that this course was designed in Tour. I'm already feeling the same way here. Because of the fact that it's so tight.
That's what she said.
And it's so aggressive.
As you should have.
I really don't care for this course. But excuse me? Excuse me. You want to run that by me again? The AI are so relentless on this course. I don't understand what the problem is here. Either I'm getting karted hard, or I really have a really big problem with this course and that I really don't like the way that this is designed. I can't even tell where first is on this track. Are you kidding me? I'm really not liking this at all. I am really not liking this course at all. I was already scared the moment I saw this track in this entire DLC pack. I'm already gonna have to do some cleanup work with this course, but I don't like this track at all. I really don't like this track. That was rough. I really, really do not like this track. I had high hopes. I had high hopes that this track would be at least better than its tour counterpart. But I feel like this is the worst. This, for me, is the worst course out of every single course. Even worse than Toad's Circuit. I don't like the way that it feels. I love the overall design of the course, but I don't like the way that it feels. There's already a red flag right there. So, to get on with the final verdict, the design. I love it, but I also hate how it plays. I didn't care for this. I didn't like this course in Tour. I especially don't like it here. There's just something about this course that did not feel right with me. I don't like it at all. The overall impression is that, and I'm probably guessing a lot of people are going to feel the same way too. Depending on who you are, this may actually be a favorite for anybody, actually. But it's not one of mine. If anything, this is much worse than Toad's Circuit. Yes, you heard me right. This, in my opinion, is the worst out of the entire pack because of the way that it feels to me, for me. I don't like it. I love the way that it looks. It's just, I don't like it. Would I play this track again? Oh, hell no. I am not getting anywhere near this track again. But on a brighter, on a lighter note, at least I know what to do as far as like pacing myself and practicing what I have to do the next time going into this course. Ninja Hideaway, you are a challenge, one that I am dreading and hating with a passion right now. So you get the lowest score. You get a 2 out of 10. Not a good position for you to be in right now. I'm sure that over time my opinion will change as I get to race on you more, but yeah, it's not looking good for you at all. I'd say you got an even worse score than Coconut Mall. Even worse than Toad Circuit. For me, at least. I'm guessing that a lot of other people are going to rate you much higher, but for me, shit's not right with you. I don't like the way you feel. I don't like the way you control, and especially with what just happened, the AI aggression is off the charts. I don't know what else to say. So, yeah. 2 out of 10. Not a good position for you right now. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into the final verdict for the Lucky Cat Cup. And that was the Lucky Cat Cup. Ugh, didn't even... Ugh. Anyway, so, yeah. That was fun up until the end. I was dreading Ninja Hideaway right from the start. I I had high hopes for it, but then when I played it, as I was explaining it, shit hit the fan immediately. I already didn't like it in Tour. I didn't like it here. So, altogether, we have Tokyo Blur, probably with like a score better than both Paris Promenade and the other the later 3 courses in the Golden Dash Cup combined at like, I don't know, I think 7.5 or something. I really don't remember, but I'll go back into it or something like that. But Shroom Ridge, perfect 10 out of 10. Would definitely play this track again. Would definitely play that track again, even with friends. Sky Garden, whatever its overall score was, which will probably change over time, but for now, the 6 or 8 or something, I don't remember. But it all happened so fast, let's just say. And then there's Ninja Hideaway. Boy. If you thought Toad's Circuit was bad, oh boy, you haven't seen anything yet, at least in my opinion. With the lowest score of 2 out of 10, yeah, it's not looking good. I had high hopes that this entire cup would be really good, but overall, especially taking Ninja Hideaway's score into consideration, this ranks much lower than the Golden Dash Cup at 6.5 out of 10. I might have said that again about the previous cup, Golden Dash Cup, but you know, I feel like it's kind of justified if it's like that or whatever. But yeah, that was pretty much all I have for this entire video as far as like playing through everything, going through both cups, and now we get to my final verdict. My favorite part, basing everything that has just happened within the span of these 2 parts. Here's my final verdict for Booster Pack 1. Okay, so Booster Pack 1. What a ride this has been. I'm just gonna say right away, out of the 2 cups that I really enjoyed from that booster pack, with the exception of one of those tracks, the Lucky Cat Cup has to be my favorite. I mean, you can say all you want about that particular compilation of tracks, but I feel like the first 3 courses are strong enough to leave a lasting impact, as well as pave the way for the next booster pack after this one. So, we had Booster Pack 1. So, let me think. The Golden Dash Cup was great, but it feels like at times it left a little more to be desired. The Lucky Cat Cup was actually better, and I feel like it proves that it could actually work. This whole booster pack, you know, releasing one, I'm probably guessing every month or so. I don't know what Nintendo's planning to do with these, but whatever they do, it's working for the time being until they get another game out. So, altogether, keeping in mind the 2 scores that we had from both videos, the Golden Dash Cup getting, I think, a 7.5 or something overall, and then just this cup, this video, Lucky Cat coming in at like 6.5. I'm looking at you, Ninja Hideaway. Overall, yeah, this booster pack was actually really fun, despite its hiccups at times. I mean, that's just my opinion. But, yeah. So, the final verdict, the final score for this, I'm gonna give, for a Booster Pack 1, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. Not perfect, but at least some of the courses make a really good first impression to keep people coming back in for more, at least until 2023. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. That pretty much wraps it up. I don't know what else to say about it other than I've got a lot of cleanup work to do with both Choco Mountain and Ninja Hideaway. I cannot believe this. I knew it was going to happen the moment I saw it and the moment I raced on it compared to its tour counterpart. I knew I was already gonna hate that course immediately. But I'd like to hear your guys' opinions on like all these tracks. If you've played this pack, if you've played any of these tracks or whatever, yeah, I'd like to hear your guys' opinion about these courses. Yeah. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. I want to thank you all for watching this 2-part series. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go record my next big Let's Play in response to this entire experience that I presented to you all. So until then, this is NightmareFan65, and I will see you all in the next video. Stay scary, everyone. Yeah, that's really gonna bite me later.